What is up, everyone? My name is Chris, and today we're going to be unboxing the Volt 1 from Universal Audio. Now, the Volt 1 from Universal Audio is just an audio interface that has one input. It's made for someone like me who just wants to run vocals through, or someone who might just want to record their guitar. It's fairly well priced. I believe it cost me about $130. I'll go ahead and leave some sort of link in the description so you can buy it at Sweetwater, or at least check the current pricing. So without further ado, let's take a look at this thing and maybe we'll get a test in as well. Breaking the seal. Make sure there's no arms. We are very clean about everything we do around here. Say that as I bust this bad boy up. Alright. Come on. There you have it. Should probably mention that it includes some software, Ableton, Softube, all sorts of stuff. I probably won't be downloading any of it, but I'm sure that is a great starting point for someone who's just getting into things. Looks like we have a QR code there that we have to scan to get started. I'm not going to go through any of that as well because I just don't care. I just needed an interface. Wow. Very pretty, very good looking. I forgot I gotta look this way and not at that one. So on here, it looks like we've got our headphone output. We've got our monitor output. The monitor, if you don't know, is separate from the headphone. The monitor meaning on the back, you've got it left and right. You could send these to your speakers. On the front here, we've also got phantom power. That's just standard. It's to juice up those condenser microphones. You've got a direct and host button, an instrument button, a vintage button, and a gain knob. I think what's probably going to be the most interesting thing to take a look at with this is the vintage button. I'm not sure that I totally trust an audio interface to give me some sort of good emulation of a vintage unit. If I'm not mistaken, they actually were trying to emulate the 610 preamp with that button. So I'm definitely going to take a look at it and see how I feel. Again, I don't know how you would emulate a tube in this box, but I am excited nonetheless. On the back here, you've got some MIDI in and out. You've got your power. You've got a USB-C and an on-off switch. So let's continue taking a look at the inside of this thing. So it looks like we have a box, hopefully with some cables, otherwise we're screwed. Alright, so unfortunately my camera cut out 3 times this video. Bummer. But we're going to try to pick up close to where we left off. I believe we were talking about the cables. These cables here that came with it, you have a USB to USB-C. I will try to get that exposed for you. So you got a USB to USB-C. On the packaging, it says USB-C interface. So don't get fooled. You are not getting a USB-C to USB-C cable. It will work if you have one, so I would recommend getting one for the sake of data transfer speeds, but they do not provide it. They do not provide it. Your other cable that you get is a USB to power. I don't know if that's called like a VDC cable, maybe. I don't know. It gives you power. You've got a little port back here that you're going to plug it into. This is not necessary if you use this plugged into a computer. So don't. Who isn't plugging into a computer? I don't know what that would be necessary for, unless you were doing like a standalone option, which actually is pretty cool if you think about it. All right, moving on. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in real quick and do a little sound test. All right, and we're back. So this is the Universal Audio Volt 1. There's no preamp currently connected. This is all coming through the Volt 1 audio interface solely. I'm coming through the Telefunken TF47, thanks to our friends over at Telefunken here in Connecticut. And this is what the microphone sounds like. This is what the microphone sounds like. I think it'd be a great idea to also do some sort of singing test, which I will do soon. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the vintage setting. All right, so that's activated now. And we're gonna go ahead and try to listen for anything different about the audio signal now that the vintage button is selected. I'll be honest, guys, I do not hear much of a difference. I'm gonna go ahead and switch back and forth. Testing, 1, 2, 3. This is the sound of the Volt 1 from Universal Audio. Testing, 1, 2, 3. This is the sound of the Volt from Universal Audio. So there is a little bit going on there. I don't think it's anything I would get my panties in a twist about, but for what it's worth, I mean, the unit's worth a little over $100. It gives you a little bit of analog sizzle. I can't complain. I think that the interface itself just sounds really clean. I don't feel like I'm losing out on quality at all. I know that with the Focusrite equipment, I always felt like there was a bit more harshness to the Scarlett series, and I don't get that impression here with the Volt. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. I think for my practice here, I actually prefer it off. And let's try to get some kind of singing going here. That's going to help me sync. Yeah. Falling off the deep end, flying through the weekend, bring you to the past tense. Yeah, falling off the deep end. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Whoa, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah. Falling off the deep end. She wanted to be just friends. Now I'm falling off the deep end. Yeah. Alright. It sounds great. I'm gonna let this die out right here. Hold on. It's gonna sound a little wonky. And boom. Alright. So I think that, again, overall, this interface just sounds clean. If I were to ask to suggest it, I would say yes. For $120, $130, you really can't go wrong. I think that the vintage button on the unit doesn't really do all that much. If it's something that makes you feel the placebo, I guess it's good, but it's adding, I would say, like a slight harmonic distortion, something that gives you the ability to feel a little bit more analog-y, but it's just emulating. I don't feel the tube of the 610, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's not supposed to be the 610, but that was the understanding I had. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a shout, give me a comment, tell me what's up. I'm going to be releasing some tutorials soon, and that is going to be on microphones. What would you start with if you were just getting started? So look out for that, and I'll see you guys soon.